Okay, hello, hi, welcome to Afro Skeptic Me channel. Today I'm going to be reacting to some TikToks, specifically God is real stuff. I'm still looking, still searching for God. I still haven't found him after all these videos. You can check them out. But maybe I've been looking in the wrong place, and can find God on TikTok. So let's see how this goes.
Are you feeling like something big is about to happen? Miracle. Here are three signs you're about to receive a miracle. Don't scroll. This message is for you. I've been hearing messages of breakthrough or seeing repeated numbers like 111, 777. Maybe
Oh my gosh, numerology. Yeah. I mean, I feel like something big is gonna happen every time I play the lotto, right? And it never does. Damn it. But numerology, like if someone is like, look out for the numbers 111 or 777, I think back in the day would have been impressive because people didn't have number plates. But if you like are a person who has to interact with the traffic, you're gonna see 111 quite a bit. So that's not really that's not a thing. Don't do that. Just you start paying attention to it, so you start recognizing it more. But I promise you, it's the same frequency before. What's his name? This apostle person showed you, told you what to look out for when it's time for a miracle for you.
in a number plate, in a phone number, or in an address.
Do you see that? A number plate, a phone number, or an address? That is so many places to see numbers. Like, I'm sure you'll run into some ones, some twos, some sevens.
It's an angelic number to
Shit, even the time, like the clock. Sorry.
give that something big is about to happen. Or seeing videos and pictures of people on social media celebrating doing well. It's
Okay. It's social media. People are always posting when they're doing well. That's kind of the point of social media, is to show off.
angelic sign that your turn is next. You have been experiencing a lot of attacks and delays. Listen to me carefully. Anytime
So if other people are getting blessed, but I'm getting attacked, that means it's almost my time to get blessed. Do I have a timeline of how long these attacks are gonna last?
the breakthrough is near, the enemy will try to fight to bring attacks and delays. It's a sign your breakthrough is near.
Who isn't experiencing delays all the time? Like, this is life. Nothing is ever on time.
You have like a strong sense of expectation, like something is scared.
When do you not? Like, what? You live life with a strong sense of expectations for everything. I expect the sun will rise up tomorrow. I expect that at some point ABC will work out for me. Like, strong sense of expectation, that's like, that's always. There's nothing that's like, oh, this is when to know. Now something is different. This is a definite sign. This is no different from just everyday normal experiences.
You don't have something now, but you feel like something big, something is about to happen, that you are about to become so blessed. It's a sign that your spirit is witnessing to the breakthrough. If any of these signs touch you, commit, it's my time, and as you do so, I agree with you in prayer, something is about to happen. Don't forget to follow me.
Something is about to happen. Something is always happening. Okay, no, no. This was three signs of miracles coming. I don't believe it. These are not signs that a miracle is coming. These are signs that I live in a modern society and I'm stressed the fuck out. So no, I'm gonna rate this a zero out of 10. He wasn't even entertaining. And that haircut, sir. This has like 3,000 comments. Let's see if there's any good ones. It's my time. It's my time. It's my time. So not really, not nothing. Just screenshotted at 11:11 on my time, and I made a wish. I don't know. I feel like this is witchcraft and not Christianity. But then again, are they that different? It's just a lot of it's my time. Maybe it was a prompt. I didn't finish the the video to the end. Yeah, nothing interesting here. Okay, next.
God is real. God is real. But you don't fucking believe in God. How are you not? The world is so big. How do you think all this stuff right here, right, is real? Is it?
Because I can use my five senses to experience this thing. I can see, I can smell, I can touch, I can, what are the other ones? Hear, I can taste these things, and therefore they're real to me. Even if I'm in a matrix, I can still be like, these things are real because I can use my five senses to experience them. Can my five senses be deceived? Definitely. But, if I can use all five of them on a thing, I'm more likely to trust it than just to listen to you shouting at me that God is real.
Just come out of nowhere? No. You need to believe in God.
He's not telling me why. Like, I can believe in BMW because I see BMW cars all the time. I see factories. I see shops, dealerships. I can believe in them because I can see that, but you can't just be like, everything is real, therefore God is real. That's nonsense. It's
to
nonsensical.
trust God's plan for you. If you're not going to trust God's plan, then why do you think your life is in shambles? Why do you think everything is all over the place?
Capitalism.
Why do you think you're not happy,
Capitalism.
content? Because you're not trusting God's plan.
No, because capitalism.
Once you trust God's plan, you realize everything that's happened in your life has happened for a reason.
No, I hate that. I hate this take so much. Oh my gosh. You got cancer because God have a plan. Well, for God and his plan. Why couldn't somebody else get cancer for God's plan? Nah. Mm-mm.
And you were also in direct control of that.
How? If God, the almighty powerful God, has a plan, what control can I have over this plan of his? What's gonna happen is gonna happen because he wants it to happen. For example, Pharaoh and hardening his heart.
The people that don't believe in God, the people that don't trust God's plan, those are the people that complain.
I complain, yeah, but everybody complains. You can't tell me that Christians don't complain. And actually, you should complain. Okay, how are we supposed to fix things and make things better if we don't complain about things? You must read your mind to be like something was wrong. Complain.
Oh yeah, life is unfair, life is this, life is that. Okay, you're gonna die one day.
We're all gonna die one day.
You're gonna die living saying life is unfair.
Yep.
Okay, you're gonna live an unfair life. But the people that really believe in God really understand that everything is in your control in life.
Everything is, if you really believe in God, everything is not in your control. It's in God's control. One.
Hands. This is real. It's in control in your hands. Then
I do not control the weather. I wish. Don't you see me in this? I wish I controlled the weather.
that's whenever you have the choice to make whatever kind of life you want with the power of God.
So now I can use the power of God to make whatever life I want. Oh my gosh, did you guys watch Bruce Almighty? Yes, Bruce Almighty. When he had like the power of God and he just answered everybody's prayers and how that was such a mess. So do we really have power?
You have to trust God's plan, bro, because He's real.
Gave me no evidence of why God is real. It's like stuff exists, therefore God is real. That's not an argument. It's not coherent. It's not convincing. No, I'm giving this another. You know what? I'll give it a 2 out of 10 because I like the lighting that he has going on. Nice view at the back as well. Okay, next. 10 reasons why God exists. Let's see. He's gonna give us 10 reasons in 2 minutes. That's skill.
Which is a very important question. I don't believe God exists because He's answered my prayer.
Okay.
I believe that God exists because the order and the design of the cosmos points to a designer.
What would it look like if there wasn't a designer? What would the cosmos look like if there wasn't a designer? How can you tell that this is what it looks like with a designer, this is what it looks like without a designer? What are you using? Just saying, oh, there's order. Just because something is in order, it doesn't mean that there's a designer. There's this something about a dam, like a made of little sticks. How do you know it was a beaver that made that beaver dam, or it was just a bunch of sticks that are piling up because they're moving in the water and they're getting stuck at a certain place? How do you know? You would have to compare it. You'd be like, okay, this is what a beaver dam looks like when it's made by a beaver, and this is what a blockage looks like when it's just random. You have to compare. So, what are you comparing the cosmos to that says this is designed? If it wasn't designed, it would look like this.
That God exists because everything that has a beginning has a cause. The universe has a
Okay, God has a beginning, so he must have a cause. So, what caused God? If everything that exists, that begins to exist, has a cause, then what caused God? Like, if you're like, oh no, God didn't begin to exist, okay, why can't I say the same for the universe, that it didn't begin to exist, that it always was? Why do you get to go a further step back without any justification, instead of just stopping at what we know, that oh, the universe been here and we don't know what was there before, if there was even a before, because that's not even a coherent question.
Therefore, the universe has to have a cause. I believe that God exists because the anthropic principle, life is balanced on a razor's edge.
Okay, let's go to how stuff works. I think that dumbs things down. The entropic principle suggests that the universe is finely tuned for human existence. It posits that the fundamental constants and conditions necessary for life are incredibly precise. Oh, okay, I know this one. So it's kind of like that thing of like, oh my gosh, look at this perfectly shaped puddle. This pothole was perfectly made to fit this puddle. Instead of acknowledging that the pothole was there, and then the water takes the shape of the puddle. The life is as it is right now because this is what was supposed to happen. It's not necessarily that, oh, someone was there being like, okay, oxygen at this level, nitrogen at this level, then we should have carbon, whatever, whatever. It's because those things were there, we came out. Not because we needed to be there, those things formed. Does that make sense?
That all this just happened by chance. It's absurd for me.
I mean, the chances are 100% because it happened. Like that's it. Because it happened. It's not it the chance was 100% because it happened.
I believe that God exists because the amount of information in the DNA of a single cell is so densely packed, it demands an intelligent mind.
I mean, not really. First of all, simplicity is the marker of intelligent design, right? And shit, way too complicated. It doesn't make sense. I mean, come on, come on. Why is my pleasure blood birthing hole next to my poopy hole? Doesn't make sense. And that other one with the giraffe, you know, that thing of the giraffe that goes up and down its neck, instead of it could have just been a quick connect. That would have been a much more efficient design. But it makes sense why it looks like that when you look at evolution. Like, yeah, our cells are complex because little cell, big cell ate little cell, big cell ate more little cells, big cell ate more little cells, and that all this stuff got packed in there and therefore became complex.
I
No intelligent mind needed.
believe that God exists because it's more reasonable to believe that life comes from life.
It's more reasonable to believe that life comes from life. I mean, but is that the truth? It may be reasonable to believe that when I hear a sound, it might be a bird hitting the window, but that doesn't mean it's the truth. I have to actually go and check, are there birds outside that would hit my window?
That is to believe that life comes from non-life. I believe that God exists because I notice that human beings have this innate drive for meaning in life.
Okay, human beings have an innate drive for meaning in life because we've been told to. We've asked the question, and once you open Pandora's box, it just goes on and on and on. And isn't there something in the Bible about not looking for meaning and stuff because God's mind is not our mind and we'll never understand it anyways? So actually, that was the thing in the Garden of Eve. We weren't supposed to know anything. We were supposed to be dumb, right? So by not having that innate meaning and desire not having that innate desire to find meaning in life is actually the default that God created us in, according to your book.
The only way there can be real meaning in life is if God created us for a purpose.
That's not true. There can be a lot of reasons why there would be meaning in life. It could be just to progress our species so that we can do better things and make more money. Like there's so many meanings people can derive from life and give themselves purpose. It doesn't have to be God said. Like that's just it's fantasy land.
This deep drive that I notice that we human beings have, meaning, is best explained by the fact that we were created for a purpose.
Okay, but go into that instead of just listing these conclusions of yours. Go into that. Be like, why is it best explained by that? What were the other explanations that didn't meet the criteria? What criteria did you use that to say, ah, this is the explanation?
Believe that God exists because the evidence of a conscience that ties me into moral absolutes.
Okay. Bleh. Do I have to go into that? A conscience ties me to moral absolutes. People can convince their consciousness can convince them of very different moral absolutes, as you say. Um, a conscience is your mind. Your mind is just making conclusions and assumptions and observations and then drawing up what you should do, what's the right thing to do, what's the wrong thing to do. So if you, for example, if in your mind it's best that human beings continue to exist, your moral would be like, then we shouldn't kill human beings, right? But if your mind is like, some human beings don't deserve to exist, you end up being like this guy.
The man's a moral lawgiver. I believe that God exists because I experience love.
Okay, that's stupid. I'm not, no, I don't.
There is no God. Love is simply a biochemical reaction.
So you admit that if there was no God, you would still experience love. But you don't want love to just be a biochemical reaction, so then it must mean more. That means there must be a God. What?
I'm sorry. My experience of reality is there's more to love than simply a biochemical reaction.
Oh, your personal experience. Yeah, let's do that. Let's live life according to only our personal experience. What could possibly go wrong?
I believe that God exists because I experience free will.
Okay, you weren't supposed to get that either. Isn't that heaven that there isn't any free will? That's literally like the point of heaven is like even just being a Christian, the whole point is you don't get to decide anything for yourself anymore because Jesus is living through you and he gets to decide everything that you do, that you like, that you are, that you dress. Like there's a whole book of instructions that you now get to follow. Isn't that the whole point of Christianity is to give up your free will, is to choose to give up your free will?
And free will shows me that there's more to you and me than just a machine.
Of course, there's more to you and me than just a machine. We're not a machine, okay? We're animals, and there's more to us as animals.
We're human beings with a free will that demands there be a God, a personal being who creates us and gives us this free will.
You're just making stuff up. He's not even giving us like why. Like the argument should be like we have free will. God something something. Therefore, because we have God, therefore because God is real, we have free will. But he's not missing that. He's just at the therefore because we have free will, God exists. I'm not getting that middle part of the argument.
I believe that there's a God because I notice that all human beings, myself included, have a drive for life after death.
I mean, yeah, you don't want to die, and we have a drive for life after death because we have been told to. You have been brainwashed your whole life that there's going to be a life after death. If we were all brainwashed that that's it, lights out, nothing else happens, we would live under that assumption. That doesn't prove that there's a life after death. Just because we yearn for it doesn't make it real.
The only way there can be life after death is if there is some type of God
Yeah, but we haven't deciphered that there is life after death. And reincarnation doesn't necessarily need a god.
who is able to give us this life after death. So those are 10 pieces of evidence.
That's not evidence. No, that's not evidence. He doesn't even know what evidence means. I'm not gonna waste my time trying to explain to this man what evidence means. Nope, no, thank you. We're going to the next one. Okay, proof God is real. Okay, does something happen to the oil? Nah, guys, that can't be all it takes. It can't just take somebody showing showing you a Bible that they've dipped in oil and they're like, "Oh yeah, look like oh my God." It's just a Bible that's been dipped in oil. What? How is this proof? 800 comments. A Bible can't get I'm assume soaked because it's not made out of paper. It's some kind of animal skin. I forgot which animal, but you can read it on the internet. What? It's definitely made from paper. What are you talking about? Okay. No. You cannot trick me. I'm not spending energy on that. No, thank you. Next. Okay, mind-blowing proof God is real. Let's see it.
Mind-blowing proof that God is real. I don't know how anyone can not believe in God after watching this. Now it's interesting. The Bible says that God put Adam in a deep sleep and that woman was actually created from the rib of man. This means that
Okay.
God used Adam's rib to create Eve. Now, it wasn't discovered till thousands of years later that the rib is actually the only bone in your body that can be removed and regenerate itself. Now, since this scientific fact was recently discovered, it would be impossible that the writer of this would know this unless he was divinely inspired, proving that the Bible, in fact, is the written word of God. This
Amazing. Amazing. I'm amazed. If I can't believe I'm giving this attention. If they took the bone, put it on the side, and God turned it into a human being in front of our very eyes, that's mind blowing proof God is real. Again, in the world of AI, he's gonna have to do it a couple more times in front of everybody, specifically. We're gonna have to go to town halls and see it for ourselves. That's mind blowing proof. But to say that, oh, the rib is the only bone in our, this is what I hate about Christians sometimes. It's like they'll be like, oh, they say some shit in the Bible. And then science discovers something without using the Bible, and then they're like, see, science proves that God is real, and yet it has nothing to do with the Bible. What? What? No. This is getting ridiculous. Are people playing with me? Are people playing with me? Like, is this a joke? Uh, it's not a joke. Thank you. Literally proved nothing. Science is real. Yeah, I proved that. Okay, no, that's just sad. It's making me sad. I thought this was gonna be fun. I thought this was gonna be enlightening, but I'm beginning to worry about people's mental states here. Next one. Okay, more proof of God in our blood.
You guys know that scientists have actually found proof of God inside of our blood while doing research on red blood cells. They found one of the most amazing discoveries. It's actually a substance called laminin, and it is a protein network foundation found in the human body for most of our cells and organs. This is the molecular structure, and this is what it looks like under a microscope. Just like the cross of Jesus Christ. And what's even more interesting is in Colossians 1:17, it says, and he is before all things, and by him all things consist. Laminin is actually a part of something called the extracellular matrix, which job is to hold the body together. Follow now for more Christian.
Who is that man behind you? Oh my God, this is painful. Ah, being a Christian is painful. Ah, the amount of people that have been crucified is a lot. It's a lot of people. It was pretty common back in the day. Wow. Oh, people are crazy. People have always been crazy. Um, to say that you found the cross of Jesus in the blood. Guys, how can I seriously engage with this? Like, this is. They're doing that thing again of like science does a thing, and then they're like, see. He has no idea what he's talking about, first of all. And if it wasn't this, it was going to be something else. Oh my God. This is getting. Okay, I think. I think for this one, I'm gonna stop here for now because I feel like I'm being taken for a boost. Like this is crazy. I really thought this was going to be better. I had more faith in them, and that's my fault. I deserve that. I'll try this again. I'll try this again. Wow, this shut my brain down. That is wow. Okay, okay. Like, subscribe if you made it this far, and check out some of my other videos. And yeah, I'll see you soon.